Robert Ménard's second thoughts his ethically not well comments on migrants. The City Hall leader of Béziers, who offered cruel comments about Syrian travelers in 2015 retreats in the conflict in Ukraine. There are not two sorts of casualties, Christian Europeans who ought to be protected and non-European individuals who might be in the Middle East and Muslims, whom we would have been correct not to acknowledge in our country. Indeed, even Éric Zemmour alter your perspective, he clarified. Like a difference on schedule. Amidst the conflict in Ukraine, when multiple million individuals have escaped their country, the City Hall leader of Béziers, Robert Ménard, ally of Marine Le Pen, makes his guilty concession on the gathering of evacuees. Please accept my apologies, I'm embarrassed. I said, composed, distributed in Béziers a specific number of things at the hour of the battling in Syria, in Iraq and the appearance of transients in our country that I lament, that I am embarrassed about having said and done in light of the fact that this was bad, in light of the fact that ethically, it was bad, clarified the neighborhood chose official on LCI this Wednesday evening. A mandate to go against the gathering of Syrians amidst the relocation emergency in Europe in 2015, Robert Ménard, in any case, had something else altogether. The city councillor had assessed that his cooperative didn't have the necessary resources to invite new individuals, particularly assuming they are bound to remain thereafter, since the state doesn't implement the law by driving back to the boundary the people who should be. He likewise said he needed to decline the tutoring of Syrian youngsters, in spite of the law. The originator of Reporters Without Borders had even considered putting together a nearby mandate to forestall the extension of a gathering place for haven searchers from the Calais wilderness. While the city councillor has kept on needing to intercede between the bid of Marine Le Pen and that of the manager of Reconquest as of late, he investigates the last option's comments. Indeed, even Éric Zemmour alters his perspective. There are not two sorts of casualties, Christian Europeans who ought to be guarded and non-European individuals who might be in the Middle East and Muslim, whom we would have been correct not to acknowledge in our country. Even Éric Zemmour adjusts his perspective, he who said he could never alter his perspective, he clarifies. Confronted with the heaviness of the monster of his comments, he understands that he can't keep on doing as such, still passed judgment on Robert Ménard. In the wake of having clarified on Monday, February 28 on RTL leaning toward that, Ukrainian exiles, be in Poland so as not to undermine France which is now overpowered by movement, the polemicist applicant changed his discourse. In the event that they have connections to France, family in France, we will give them visas. What I don't need is for there to be a torrent in view of feeling. I don't need whether it resembles with the Syrians when there was little Aylan, a 3-year-old kid tracked down suffocated on a Turkish ocean side in 2015 after his family escaped from Syria, proofreader's note, and we had 1 million, or considerably a greater amount of Syrian migrants, supported the supervisor of Reconquest on BFM TV on Tuesday.